Episode 11. The Eye Heal Potion.
The Eye Heal Potion.
The next day,
The witch returned.
the witch returned. Prickle hid
Prickle! Hide under
the bed. The witch gave
The witch gave food
food to Rapunzel. Then she held out a
Then
list.
she held up
Mix these
out
potions
a list. Mix these potions today.
today. I'll get them tomorrow.
I'll get them tomorrow.
She looked
She looked in her basket again. Oops.
in her basket again.
Oops.
What's wrong?
Rapunzel asked.
Rapunzel asked.
I forgot.
I forgot the scissors. The witch said.
Got the scissors.
The witch said.
I can't cut your hair.
I can't cut your hair.
Rapunzel looked at her braid
Rapunzel looked at her braid and shrugged.
and shrugged.
I like long hair.
I like
She said.
long hair.
I don't want to cut it.
I don't want to cut it.
It is
It is
pretty.
pretty.
The witch said.
Said.
I'll bring a hairbrush tomorrow.
Hairbrush tomorrow.
Rapunzel scowled as the witch flew away.
The witch
She's acting kind because I can't escape.
fine because I.
Rapunzel felt sad and lonely.
Rapunzel felt and lonely.
But her spirits lifted as she looked out the window. There was a beautiful view.
There was a beautiful view.
She could see the city
She could
and the
see
palace.
city and the palace.
I wish I could see my farm.
I
She
wish
thought.
I could see.
Rapunzel began mixing potions.
Began mixing potions.
Then she pulled out the
Then
book.
she pulled out of the book.
The witch can't see me now, Prickle. Maybe I can learn magic.
Maybe I can learn. I can learn magic. After all.
After all.
Rapunzel started reading.
Rapunzel starts reading.
The changing potion sounds hard.
The changing potion. So does the echo.
What does the
potion.
echo potion? I'll start with something easy.
I'll start with something easy. An eye heal potion.
An eye heal potion.
Rapunzel mixed the
Rapunzel mixed the new potion. Ukulazut.
new potion.
Okulazoot!
It turned purple.
It turned purple.
Did it work?
Did it work?
Rapunzel put a drop of potion in her eyes.
Rapunzel put
Amazing.
a drop of potion.
Now she could see far and wide.
Now she could see far and wide.
She could see people at the palace.
And we'll go.
And she
And she could see
her farm. Mama and Papa
Mama and Papa were picking
were
beans.
picking beans. She waved and
She waved and yelled, but they didn't
Yelled.
look up.
Papa! Mama!
but they didn't look up.
I'll try that
I'll try that angel potion.
echo potion.
Rapunzel said. Quickly she mixed the potion.
Mixed the potion.
Deep breaks.
She dripped some into her mouth.
Some in
Then she began to
her mouth.
sing.
Then she began to sing.
I wish I could go back to my home, my precious home.
The sound drifted toward Mama and Papa.
To where Mama and
Hear my
Papa.
songs that made my
But they didn't look up.
But they didn't look up.
It didn't work,
It
Prickle.
didn't work. Prickle,
But I'll keep trying.
I'll keep trying.
Okay, class. Who would like to do problem 3 on the board? Please.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel episode 20.
Episode 12. More letters.
Rapunzel episode 12. More letters.
Rapunzel. Episode 12. More letters. Several years
Several years went by.
went by. Rapunzel
Rapunzel missed her parents more than ever.
missed her parents more than ever. She still wrote letters.
She still wrote letters to them.
To them.
Dear Mama and
Dear
Papa,
Mama and Papa,
it's very boring in this tower.
In this tower,
I brush my hair,
I brush my hair.
I read the magic book,
I read the magic book.
I mix lots
I
of
mix
potions.
lots of potions.
Some are for the witch,
Some are for the
some are
witch.
for me.
Some are for me.
I keep mixing the
I keep missing
echo potion,
the actual potion,
but it never works.
But it's never worked.
I tried the changing potion
I
again
tried
last
the
week
changing
too.
Potion again last week
Skippy,
too. Skippy,
Right, Vera.
Riot, Vera.
I said,
I said.
then I poured the potion on Prickle.
Then I poured the potion on Prickle.
It just made him smell bad.
It just made him smell bad.
I look out the window a lot.
I look out.
I like to watch the prince at the palace.
I like to watch the prince at the palace.
I feel like I know him.
I feel like
But of course,
know.
I never met a prince.
But of course, I never met a prince.
He often walks in the forest.
Often walks in the forest.
He is searching for
He
something.
is searching.
I wonder what it is.
Of something. I wonder what it is.
The witch heard me singing the other day.
Heard me singing the other day.
She got so mad.
She got so mad.
I think I know why she gets
I
upset.
know why she gets upset.
She is very lonely.
She is very lonely.
So today I made up a song
Today
just for
I
her.
made up a song just
It made
for
her so happy.
It made
And
her
suddenly,
so happy.
I felt
And
brave.
suddenly I felt brave.
I asked her when she would let me go.
Her when she
Never!
The witch yelled.
never, the witch yelled.
But then she surprised me.
But then this surprised
She said,
me.
When you are 18.
When you are 18,
I can return home when
I can return home when I'm 18.
I'm 18. And here is more good news.
And here
I
is
mixed the
more
changing potion again
I
this
mixed
morning.
The changing potion again.
This time I sang the words.
Morning.
Skip deep to Farah. Skip deep to Farah. The potion turned bright
The
gold.
potion turned bright gold.
I poured it on Prickle.
I poured into
Poof!
Prickle.
He turned back into a bird.
He turned back the bird.
Prickle flew away into the
Prickle
woods.
flew away into the
I was
woods.
worried he was gone forever.
I was worried.
But he came back.
But he came back.
He brought me a ripe red
brought
strawberry.
me a ripped red strawberry.
Someday the echo potion will work too.
Someday,
Your daughter forever,
Your daughter
Rapunzel.
for Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, episode 13. Torn.
Episode 13. Thorns. More years passed. The prince often walked in the forest. Sometimes his servant walked with him.
His servant walked like him.
Can we please go?
His servant
Please
moaned.
go. His servant
It's cold
moaned.
and dark.
It's cold and dark.
There's sharp thorns
There are
everywhere.
sharp thorns everywhere.
Shh.
The prince
The
said.
princess.
I hear that lovely
I hear
voice
the
again.
Lovely voice
I must
again.
find the singer.
I must
Look!
find
The servant said suddenly.
Servant said suddenly.
An old witch was flying through the trees.
Was flying through the tree.
What are you doing in this forest?
She
What are you
yelled.
doing in this forest? She yelled.
The prince
The
stared
prince
at her.
stared at her.
The witch from the
The
market.
witch from
He
the
thought.
market, he thought.
The prince
The
waved.
prince was
You have your flying shawl.
flying shawl.
Can you make one for me?
Can you make one?
No!
One
The witch said.
me.
It's a
No, the witch said, is hard spell.
hard spell. It takes months and...
It takes more than...
Be careful!
The prince said.
Oh,
Crash! The witch
said,
fell in a thorn.
crash. The witch yelled in a thorn bush.
Ouch!
She yelled.
She yelled.
The prince lifted the witch
prince
from the
left
thorn bush.
The the witch.
He tried to remove her shawl next,
the thorns.
but it was stuck to the
But it
thorns.
was stuck to the
Finally,
thorns.
the witch yanked it from the
witch
bush.
yanked it from the bush.
My shawl
My
is
shawl is
ruined!
ruined.
Now I cannot fly
Now
for
I
months!
cannot fly for
This
months.
is your fault!
It's for yacht.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry,
Prince said.
the prince said.
You can ride my horse
You
instead.
can ride my horse instead.
And I can carry your heavy
And I can
basket.
carry your heavy basket.
Where are you going?
Where are you doing?
Nowhere!
Nowhere.
The witch shouted.
The witch shouted.
Leave me alone!
Leave me alone.
She stuck
She stuffed the ripped shawl,
the ripped shawl into her basket.
into her basket.
She stomped
The stump of throat.
off through the trees. The servant sighed.
The servant sighed. Can we go now?
Can we go now?
The servant sighed. Can
The
we go
prince
now?
watched the witch
prince
leave.
watched the witch leave.
Suddenly, he remembered the girl with the long hair.
With the long hair.
No,
he said.
She said,
Let's follow that witch.
Follow that witch.
In the tower, Rapunzel was waiting for the witch.
Rapunzel was waiting.
She is
for the
late
witch.
today.
Rapunzel thought.
Late today.
I wonder where she is.
I wonder where she is.
Finally, she heard a sound.
She had
I'm down here!
The witch yelled.
Down here, the witch yelled.
My flying shawl is
The
ruined!
shawl is running.
I cannot get into the
cannot
tower!
Get into the tower.
Rapunzel, episode 14. The Boy from the Market. Rapunzel stared down at
Rapunzel started down at the witch.
the witch. The witch could not
The witch could not
get into the tower,
into the tower.
but Rapunzel
But Rapunzel
had an idea.
idea.
Rapunzel leaned
Rapunzel learned
out the window.
learned out the window.
Then she dropped her long hair down.
Then she dropped her long hair down.
Climb up!
She
Climb up,
called.
She called.
The witch snorted.
The witch snorted.
I'm too old for climbing!
I'm too old for climbing.
Just try.
Just
Rapunzel
try,
said.
Rapunzel said.
The witch looked scared,
The witch
but she
looked
grabbed the
scared,
hair.
but she grabbed
Rapunzel pulled.
the hair. Rapunzel pulled.
Slowly, the witch began to rise. The witch closed her
The
eyes.
witch closed her eyes.
I'm dizzy!
Dizzy.
This was a bad
This is
idea!
a bad idea.
Hold on tightly.
Rapunzel called. Rapunzel kept pulling on the braid.
Rapunzel kept pulling on the bread.
Finally,
Finally,
thunk! The witch landed inside the
the witch landed inside
Tower.
the tower.
The prince was
The
hiding
prince was hiding
nearby. He watched the witch
He watched the witch get
into the tower.
the tower.
Please? His servant
His servant
whispered.
whispered.
Can we
Can
go?
we go?
No,
No,
The prince said.
I must talk to that girl.
I must talk to that girl.
The prince waited
The
until the
prince
witch was
went
gone.
Into the witch.
After dark,
After dark, Rapunzel heard a strange
Rapunzel
voice.
heard a strange voice.
Who's there?
Who's there? She looked out the window.
She looked out the window. A young man stood
A young man stood below.
below.
Do I know you?
Do I know you?
She asked. The man nodded.
The
We
man
met a long time ago at the market.
We met a long time ago.
He
He stepped into the moonlight.
Stepped into the moonlight.
He stepped into the moonlight.
Rapunzel gasped.
Rapunzel gasped, "You're the prince."
You're the prince! I see you at the palace.
I see.
Rapunzel
the
let down her hair.
prince down her hair.
The prince climbed up.
The prince climbed up.
What are you doing in the forest?
Rapunzel
What are you
asked.
doing? The forest.
I like to walk in the
I
woods.
like to
The prince
walk
said.
in the woods.
Sometimes I hear someone singing.
I hear someone singing
Rapunzel smiled and
smiled.
sang softly.
softly.
I wish I could go back to my home, my precious home. In the garden, you could hear my songs that made my parents happy. I wish
You are the singer!
You're
The prince
sick.
cried.
So
But why are you
painful.
locked in this tower?
But when you're locked in this
Rapunzel
tower,
told him about the
Rapunzel
witch.
told him about the witch.
The prince frowned and paced the room.
Pace the room.
The witch cannot keep you here!
The witch cannot
My servant will
keep-
fetch a ladder.
My servant will fetch a ladder.
And soon you will be
And
free.
soon you will be free. Episode 50. More
Rapunzel.
visits.
Episode 15. More visits. The prince
The prince wanted to free
wanted to free Rapunzel. But she shook her
But
head.
she shook her head.
I cannot leave. The witch will hurt my
The witch
Parents.
will hurt my parents.
Then what will you
When? What? Then what will you do?
do?
The prince asked.
You cannot stay here.
You cannot stay
Forever?
here forever.
Very soon I will be
Very soon I will be 18.
18.
Rapunzel said.
Rapunzel said.
the witch promised.
The witch promised
To let me go
to
then.
Let me go then.
The prince sighed.
The prince sighed. May I visit you
May
again?
I visit you again?
Rapunzel
Rapunzel smiled.
smiled.
Of course.
Of course.
In the morning,
In the morning,
The witch returned.
Rapunzel,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel,
Rapunzel.
she called.
let down
Let
your
down
hair.
hair.
Rapunzel dropped down her
Rapunzel
hair.
dropped down her hair.
And in the evening,
And
the prince
evening
returned.
Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair.
Let down your hair.
He climbed up.
He climbed up.
I brought you some books.
I
He
brought
said.
you some books. He said.
Rapunzel and the prince talked a lot.
Rapunzel and the prince talked a lot.
They sang
They
together.
sang together.
You are a beautiful singer.
The prince said. He turned red.
I mean, your songs are beautiful.
Then he smiled shyly.
But you are
Then he smiled shyly.
beautiful too.
But you are beautiful
You.
too.
prince is kind.
Rapunzel thought.
He is smart and handsome too.
The next morning,
The next morning,
the witch arrived.
The witch arrived.
Rapunzel,
Rapunzel!
Rapunzel, let down your
hair.
hair.
The witch looked around the tower and frowned.
Where is the hair potion? And the baby sleeping potion? What did you do yesterday?
Rapunzel smiled.
Rapunzel
Dreamily.
smiled, dreaming.
Nothing much. I will mix the potions now.
I will mix the potions now.
She started to chop
She started to chop herbs.
herbs. But Rapunzel
But Rapunzel
made lots of mistakes.
What's wrong with her?
wrong with
The witch
her?
thought.
The witch thought.
She gazed around and saw
She guessed around.
something.
Saw something.
It was a lump under
It was a lamp under
Rapunzel's mattress.
Rapunzel's mattress.
The witch lifted the
The witch left the mattress.
mattress.
Where did these books
Where did these
Come
books
from?
come from?
The witch
The witch
snapped.
snapped.
I
I had them.
had them in my
My
pockets.
pocket.
Rapunzel said.
Rapunzel said,
When you first put me
when you
Here.
first put me
The witch
here,
muttered
the witch muttered
something under her breath.
breath.
That night,
That night, the prince visited
the prince visited again. Soon, a voice growled.
Soon, a voice called,
Rapunzel, Rapunzel!
Rapunzel!
let down
Let down your hair right
your
now.
hair right now?